Welcome to TRS Clips, India's fastest learning portal. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell icon.
Honestly, these kind of conversations with people who are blessed, I feel, happen to me when I need them the most. It's more, I hate saying this, but it's more of a selfish thing for me. Like I feel honored. I feel like I'm going to get some of the answers I was in the search for. So, has this ever happened to you when you were younger?
Definitely, because I was always very inquisitive about what's the purpose of life. And that's how I chanced upon the Gita and met people. So that's the purpose of human life, to ask the right questions and get the right answers.
Yes. So, I think people on social media would have definitely heard of Jai Shetty. What they don't know is that even Jai Shetty's journey began with conversations like this with you. Before he got onto social media.
Yes.
I want to actually dial back even further than that. So, what's your story? Like when you were in your early 20s,
Yeah.
where did it begin?
Yeah, I was studying at IIT Mumbai, and I had some friends who were really into the Bhagavad Gita, and I was always intrigued about death. As you know, that every profession in this world is solving some problem. Doctor is solving the problem of health. Engineer is solving problems related to various kinds of issues people are facing. So then I was wondering, where do the spiritualists, the temples, where do they fall in this entire gamut of activities? What problems do they solve? Then when I came across the Gita, I realized that all spiritual traditions are ultimately working towards the common goal of trying to solve the problem of death.
Okay.
So that was something astonishing and hit me like anything. And that's how my journey began in the fourth year of IIT.
So, can you explain that? Like, what exactly about death did you discover?
Yeah. So, as you know, that there is a life we lead till death, and then beyond death, what happens? So, all of the current secular education is focused on how we can try to resolve issues till death. But all our spiritual traditions are focusing that how there is a soul within which can travel beyond death. So just like you have Make My Trip. So you begin with your destination and begin with your current place. So all spiritual traditions, irrespective of names, denominations, languages, have 5 things in common. I call it Spirituality 101.
Okay.
The first is where you are, where is your consciousness currently? Point number 2 is where you want to go, what is your destination? Point number 3 is what is the experience you are expecting on reaching your destination as part of your journey of the soul. Fourth is what is the path you want to take in that journey. And fifth is what are the obstacles you will face in that path. So all traditions deal with these 5 questions only. And as you change the details of one of these parameters, the name of the tradition, the name of the religion will change.
Yes, sir.
So these basic things I experienced when I started studying the Bhagavad Gita.
So, I think at that age 22, 23 mark, there are a lot of people who go through somewhat of a spiritual transformation. I don't know if there's a spiritual reason for that. It happens at that age. It happened to me as well. But in those years, 22 to 25, I never thought of taking a monkhood. I mean, actually, that thought did cross my head a few times. Because when I talk to people like yourself, I see so much peace in your eyes and I see so much happiness in your eyes. And I feel like, that's maybe what's missing from the human race in general. But anyway, when people are at that 22, 23 age bracket, they never think of, I'll become a monk. They think of, okay, I'll go down the spiritual path. So what happened with you where you decided that, okay, no, I'm going to take a monkhood?
Right. So, in India, there are 15 lakh engineering graduates who come out every year. And it's a fact that, majority of them, they do jobs and do businesses. But a few of them also land back in engineering colleges as professors. So similarly, Bhagavad Gita originally was spoken to Arjuna, who was a warrior. But then a few people also are inspired to dedicate their lives to teach the Gita. So I got inspired by the fact that Well, India has, almost 27 crore students in first to 12th standard and 3 crore in colleges. But I don't see that they are actually getting the clarity with respect to the message of the Gita. So let me do my bit by sharing this message with the people. And so I dedicated my life to spreading the message and teaching the Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, the Gita is meant for the whole world to practice it in their own lives. And, as Jay has written a book, Think Like a Monk. So the idea is that Gita is promoting the consciousness of living with the spirit of detachment, compassion, and service, irrespective of whatever may be your external profession and occupation.
So I think most people associate the Gita with being religious, but it's actually a life guide, as of what I have understood. When we spoke to Guru Gaur Gopal Das ji, the kind of outcome of that was it's just a guide to life. So